Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Comedy Trap House News. It's your boy Marvin Telp. Let's just hop right into the news. This week, artist Hank Willis Thomas unveiled his sculpture in Boston of Dr. King and Coretta Scott King, and it's called The Embrace. And it is a beautiful piece of art. It's based off of this photograph here, and if you look at it from this angle, it looks like a heart. This is a well thought out and beautiful piece of work. However, if you look at it from this angle, it looked like a whole nother embrace. It looked like King got the thigh lifted. And I've been in that embrace before, right? And people are really upset. People are like, you cannot see their heads in this photo. And I challenge that because I think you see the top of Dr. King's head just fine. And the second embrace, I've been there. You've been there. That moment where you don't know if you're actually going to get air or not. You may die right then and there, but you're so committed to finishing. You know what I mean. If you look at it from this angle, it looks like another embrace. It makes me want to go make eggs. You remember Jody. Jody, you want some? Anyway, but speaking of cracking eggs, something that should be done this week is someone should crack President Biden upside his motherfucking head. And I'm not promoting violence towards the President of the United States of America. I'm just saying, you just shouldn't be allowed to say some shit without getting dummy smacked. And for some of you who are too young for this, dummy smacks was something that was very prevalent in school when I grew up. If you said something dumb, your friend got to haul off from the back of your head nice and clean, saying, give me mine. Y'all remember that? Say something dumb, dummy smack. More classified documents have been found, right? And this is the same president who was furious and disgusted and disappointed with Donald Trump's irresponsibility because classified documents have been vetted by the US government as documents that hold sensitive material for national security. And Joe Biden had some found in one office here, and then just right here.
Okay. Classified material next to your Corvette. What were you thinking?
Let me, I'm going to get a chance to speak on all this, God willing, soon. But as I said earlier this week, people, and by the way, my Corvette's in a locked garage, okay? So it's not like you're sitting out in the street.
In your car? Your Corvette, nigga? That's secure? Your Corvette has a lock on it? You are the president. Give me mine. You heard that? If y'all see me slap Joe Biden in the head, it's only because right now I'm saying, give me mine. You owe me my dummy smacks. This is where the news gets heavy this week, and it has to, because we're dealing with just some outrageous craziness that's happening and that's sweeping our nation right now. So, in Newport News, Virginia, a few weeks back, a 6-year-old student, a 6-year-old student shot his teacher. We don't know the reasoning for shooting the teacher, but the police have said it wasn't an accident. It was on purpose. The 6-year-old brought a gun to school to shoot his teacher on purpose. When they said he was a young man, I was worried because, you know, they call us, our kids, young men immediately, but apparently this kid is of the other hue. What would compel a 6-year-old to shoot his teacher? Not enough recess time? You had to sit down? There was no more fucking crayons in the bin? Like, there's something happening where we are no longer processing our emotions properly. So this happened with a 6-year-old, and then we fast forward to this week where a 21-year-old shot and killed a 23-year-old mother, because she wasn't giving him any play. What? So this story is, this woman, Jamia Harris, was out with her boyfriend. I guess the boyfriend went to grab something, and this basketball player rolls up to her and he tries to spit game. I'm not mad at that. She goes, no. She probably hit him with a, I got a boyfriend or whatever. And then he proceeds to open up gunfire on her. To which the boyfriend pulls out his gun and shoot back. And he ended up hitting one of the two men that were together, which is how they were able to trace or whatever. But we have a fucking problem in this nation with gun control. Now, here we go. I'm gonna say it again. I'm a fucking gun person. I am. I was licensed in New York. I am licensed in LA. Okay? And there's nothing fucking wrong with getting licensed. You know what, Emmanuel? I didn't even want to do this week. I didn't want to do this week, but okay. I got some shit I got to get off my chest again. God damn it. No, listen. You know goddamn well I got to get this off my chest. I apologize. This is not a weekly segment, ladies and gentlemen, but this right now, we're going to go into it because this is some baby back bullshit. Can I get my tie again, Manuel? Let's talk about licensing and gun laws and gun control. We'll even touch on a little bit of lobbying because all of this shit needs to be dealt with, okay? So, licensing, right? Making sure someone is qualified to operate something. Let's really talk about that because you'll have gun fanatics, you'll have the NRA, you'll have Remington and all these other companies go, we don't need licensing. It's our Second Amendment. It is our right to bear. Shut the fuck up. Here's why. Because cars were literally new to the world. And by 1901, before Henry Ford made it affordable for regular folks, there was just a handful of cars on the road. In 1901, New York was like, nah, we got to do something about these wild ass people on the road. We have to make sure they are in a position to handle the vehicle that they're driving, right? Then in 1911, California was like, that's right, because motherfuckers over here is wildin'. It's still not 1913. It's still not the assembly line. It's still not mass-produced vehicles on a fucking road. But here we are. So now, by 1959, 53, every state in the fucking continental USA said, hey, in order for you to operate a car, you have to have a license. It is an agreement. Because if you don't know how to operate a car, you fuck everyone else up. But for some fucking reason, licensing guns comes under so much scrutiny and argument. Oh, well, you don't want to take away their right to bear arms. Oh, you want to make sure we can defend ourselves. We need a militia. Against who? You going to pull up a town local militia against who? The police? No, I'm sorry. You're going to fight the U.S. Army with your dumbass militia. No, it's fucking stupid. We should at least have licensing laws. Make a person have to get a license. Understand that they need to understand, one, how to control the fucking weapon. Because guess what? It kills people. No. Guns don't kill people. People do. Well, guess how guns get fired? By people. That's how they get fired. I've never laid a knife on a table and watched it go cut someone. I've never laid a gun on a table and watched it go cut someone. But you can just walk around unlicensed in the street. And here's the fucking problem. The NRA has been lobbying their asses off over the last 5 years, where they've spent $20 million in lobbying for the change in and you can look at the fucking gun laws. And we're getting less and less restrictions on no, open carry, keep your shit, concealed carry, it's fine. You don't need it. How, Sway? How? Because this one piece of equipment changes lives. Not one. We're looking at a teacher who was just shot by a 6-year-old. Not two. We're looking at a 23-year-old mom. So that kid now no longer has their parent. We have a shooting here, a shooting here, shooting there, shooting everywhere, a fucking shooting. Why? Because we're going, let's be lax on guns. Make sure. I'm a gun owner. I'm a gun operator. I love my fucking piece. Run up on me if you want to. I guarantee you it's in the dash. Not as a threat, as a fact that I am mature and responsible and I'm not going to lose my shit and just start pulling out on people. So putting things in play, like making sure the person is mentally stable enough to have a fucking weapon, makes sense. You know what I cannot do? I can't go into a fucking restaurant and just start cutting shit with a fucking knife because, one, I ain't got a job, but two, they're like, you haven't earned that fucking privilege, right? You don't earn that privilege because you haven't had time to train and become responsible with what you have. We are not raising our kids to deal with consequences. We're not raising our kids to know how to process their fucking emotions, but we're saying, hey, here the fuck are guns. And lobbying in itself is not bad. Lobbying is one of those things that you do when you want to get people involved. Hey, we want to get all these people here in the 3rd Ward to come vote. How do we do that? We go lobby. We dump money into events and programs to get them to understand that this is what this person's politician is. The fucked up lobbying is the one where the guns do, where they drop $13 million to fucking Mitch McConnell, so that he can get in the fucking Senate and tie shit up and make shit hard. That's the fucking lobbying, that's the problem. So what we're doing is we're creating a problem with guns. We don't want to deal with that problem because we don't want to do anything with licenses. Then we want to put more on the fucking street. And so we get tragedies like these every other fucking day. So if I just went around, I've driven without a license, a suspended license. Don't ask me what happened, just know it was suspended. I got pulled over, you know what they did? They towed my fucking car. I ended up getting it, it's all taken care of now, I promise you, my shit is clean. But I'm just saying, they took my fucking car. But we won't do anything to take something that I can walk into a building and take multiple lives with. Get your fucking shit together. And I had to get it off my chest, ladies and gentlemen. Our condolences goes out to everyone who's lost their lives tragically to gun violence. And that's our time. Thank you for fucking with Comedy Trap House News. It's your Marvin. It's your boy Marvin.
Sure. Yeah.
Peace.